Good afternoon, listeners, and welcome to the Madhouse Podcast. I'm Ultimate553, a.k.a. Tom.
I'm Steven Kovoc, or Steven Kovakovich, I guess.
I'm BigDinoGuy, but these guys will mostly call me Brennan, like that's my channel name. Next.
Hi guys, I'm Alex. Alex on WattPad for your cookies. See that? Follow me. I'm Sabrina on WattPad. I'm FanFictionSG.
She's probably one of the most insane people I know. Compared to most of the other people.
Well, thank you.
And then last but not least, I am DEG555, also known as Zach Miller, but whatever to you guys.
Okay, we can talk about stuff. So, how about movies, games? What do you want to start with? Whatever.
Can I make a request for the first thing?
All right.
So, just recently,
Even knows how to
I'm curious. So, part of my channel that I do is I do reviews, so movies and stuff like that. Zach's been on a couple times. I have friends come over all the time. And one of the things that was just announced recently was Spaceballs, which is...
oh, yeah, I saw they were going to make a sequel to that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what my question is.
So they're doing a lot of reboots now.
Yeah. Boring at this point. It's like Green Lantern, like not even making, like, one movie. All right. It's like, come on.
I mean, they're doing sequels. They're doing...
Ryan Reynolds is like, all right, the movie, I'm not saying this line. They give him the script like, okay, this trip is terrible, but let's do the movie.
I mean, that's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
But my question is, because all of the classic movies that they're doing either sequels or reboots of them, they're completely changing Ghostbusters, for example, making it
all that's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
I never actually saw Ghostbusters.
Yeah, they're having
Ghostbusters.
I do.
That's the one.
I think I might have seen it when I was younger, but I was afraid. Here's I was afraid of it. The movie, I was freaked out by it. So, I think it was like,
hey, Dad, can we have Ghostbusters? Yeah.
Oh, God.
I might next time if you guys have Blu-ray.
I was pretty scared.
Okay. I'll check and take a look. But my question for you guys is, because I don't know how much stuff you guys are watching. I've grown up on a lot of the older stuff. I mean, the old Transformers, you name it, stuff from the 80s. Those are basically my childhood in the 2000s. I'm curious, like seeing these new reboots and stuff like that, and a lot of our generation don't understand what they even are. What are your thoughts on these different reviews and reboots?
Like when they take, like, for example, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, at the very end of that, I was like, you can see like the end of it. It looked like they were gonna follow up with it, like definitive six, but like never happened. Well, making a new one. Like,
that's the one.
Wow, that's cool. That's the one. Of course it's cool. For you viewers who do not know what we're talking about, this is just a car on the.
Just a preview.
It's not just a car. It is so
one. For those of you who this is the audio podcast, it's a car.
It's the car.
So
it's not just a car. Do not say that.
It's the car. I want the.
Really not.
Pretty much. But, like, Spaceballs, for example. Yeah, a movie that came out in the 80s. They're doing reboots of that. I mean, currently they're making a Trolls movie off of those little dolls. They're making Toy Story and a live action movie of that.
They're moving that one.
Is that my idea like a slip? Sorry, what were you saying?
I think sometimes the reason just isn't necessary.
I know! What's wrong with them? Robocop 2014. That was not necessary.
Yeah.
Kids. Okay, so my younger sister, she's not a Blu-rays on that stuff. She just isn't. Yeah, so usually they have them about, they don't always work. They don't always generation that's true, but sometimes you get a really good one. Yeah.
Well,
which one?
Well, I mean, yeah, the Fantastic Four movie that they
marketed it. It's done. It's done it too hard. It's like great. Okay, that's the worst one I've ever seen. I'm not going to say it. Let me.
Well, I mean, like the Fantastic Four film that they had before. I mean, the Fantastic Four films that they had before, okay, decent to an extent.
I like them.
Yeah. But still, rating-wise, people hated it. People still.
The new one completely botched it all.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, they made this video game, Marvel video game is based off their character, based off Chris Evans' version. Like, and then it was like, yeah, you kind of
And meanwhile, just like you know, Sabrina the Crazy and Alex are doing Yu-Gi-Oh match.
So they're a little distracted, but they're still kind of talking in here.
Yeah, every now and then you might hear they're like, I act a monster.
You might hear stuff like that going, oh crap. Hey, at least we have Cyber Dragons on my friend has. Oh my god. I love that.
Trey has a Cyber Dragon that is.
Yeah, Trey is another person.
Trey?
Oh. No, I mean.
In my story?
My friend has a Cyber Dragon deck that's actually good and will scare her too.
Trey's good.
I've gone up against that with my main deck. My main deck is not very good at all. And it obliterated that. Yeah. Literally 5 turns.
Revisit. The thing is, the Fantastic Four. I heard the I haven't seen the 1990s one, but I heard it.
Yeah.
And probably that. Which one? The 1990s one. I heard it was.
They never released it once. They never released it. Fantastic Four? Yeah. Get this. It's funny on making a sequel to FanFictionSG in 2017. Yeah, they've taken it off the schedule. Never going to happen, ever.
We're talking about, like, how they replaced the A with the 4 on the title.
No, it was still the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but they marketed it, it looked stupid marketing-wise.
Well,
casting is not good.
The casting itself was not good.
Yeah. People's powers. Great.
Yeah.
Well, what was the money on that?
What a lot of people don't like was one, like Victor Von Doom. I haven't seen the new movie, so I'm not too wrong on this. So don't quote me on anything I'm saying. If I remember correctly from the previews and other people I've talked about have seen the film, they're saying that they completely changed the origin story for Victor Doom. Victor Von Doom and Reed Richards, who are...
Weren't they like rivals in the original movies?
No, they have been growing up. I don't know if they were rivals in like school or something like that, but they had known each other growing up.
Yeah.
And Dr. Doom, he came from all this other stuff. He basically became an evil Tony Stark, if you will.
Oh yeah, totally.
He was like basically
that was in 2005, not before.
I don't know.
But yeah. Same kind of thing.
But I mean, they changed his origin story. They changed how they got the whole cosmic rays stuff. They completely botched it all. I mean,
you're hitting justification. Stop doing that.
Yeah, it wasn't the Fantastic Four origin story. They just tried to change it too quick.
The one thing I didn't like about, I didn't see the movie, but the one thing I kind of liked about the trailer last time I saw was the way they made the thing. It looks a bit better than the old one. It's a bit better. I don't know.
A question: have any of you guys seen the new Fantastic Four?
Is that the
No, that's the sequel that
and FanFictionSG, with the 4 and with the.
I know they were the horse is the black guy.
Yeah.
I just a lot of the superhero movies.
Yeah.
Not really my cup of tea.
But they still do a really good job at making decent ones.
Yeah. How about you, Zach? What do you think?
About all the Fantastic...
Well, Fantastic Four and reboots in general.
Yeah, reboots? A lot of movies I've seen never really had reboots.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a lot of, like, the past movies, like all the kind of cartoon animated ones, like the drawing ones, like Iron Giant and Bug's Life. I was kind of based off those movies. And the movies that they have don't really have reboots nor sequels.
Yeah.
It's just single, like,
things. Yeah.
part movies.
I mean, I remember growing up, and like I said, I had been raised on those old 80s stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was raised on Spaceballs. I was raised on Transformers.
Everyone talking about the first three.
I love Spaceballs.
Nothing yet,
I haven't
sir.
seen it. Yeah.
How about you? Not a thing, sir. How about you guys?
What are you shit? Yeah, that's one of the whole movie. I need to watch that movie. I can't believe I have. Where is it now? I hate myself for it. I need to see it. I mean, I totally have to.
Yes, you do.
And we have it. My parents have it, and I can watch it anytime. I have a DVD player, all that. I'm perfectly okay with it. I will make sure. I will see it tonight. All right.
Good boy.
I'm back to school. I'll let you know how much I like it. All right.
Steven.
Oh my God.
You're just taking your first step into a larger world, my friend.
I watched some of the other movies. All right. I've watched the Robin Hood one, and then I watched a bit of the Western one.
Western one. Wait, I'm good about the ugly.
I think so.
One thing I kind of like about Spider-Man, how they timed it really well with Ant-Man. They referenced. I like that, and then it was just before they had cast the new Spider-Man. Just for timing, because they had. This is the first time they're actually going to put Spider-Man in with the Avengers movies.
Well, do you know why?
It's just good timing. I mean, they finally got a person to.
Oh, it's not because of that. Do you know why that they never had Spider-Man in any of the other films? Why is
why we Sony, right?
Huh?
The rest were Sony.
Yep. After that whole thing that happened with them, so Spider-Man, the reason why he had all those reboots is because it was owned by Sony, which is the same people that make like PlayStation and.
Yeah, apparently, Amazing Spider-Man 2 was not very good. I mean, I saw it with my friend Trey. It was really good.
I've got to say, it was decent until they gave us the whole Green Goblin thing. When they saw the Green Goblin,
like his hair, I was wondering if it was supposed to be the Green Goblin. Well, no, there are different comics, so.
What?
There are different comics, I imagine, that have different versions. I don't know. I don't really read them, so.
Oh, well, have you seen the original stuff with Sam Raimi's Spider-Man?
Yeah.
So those ones, that was the Green Goblin. I mean, that one I was watching. I'm
actual Green Goblin. Yeah.
I'm freaked at that Green Goblin. But then I see this and I laugh at it.
Like, wow, good attempt at making a villain.
But back to the whole Sinister Six thing, like you were saying earlier.
They tease it, like he's doing the thing with the thing, Rhino.
Doc Ock.
And then suddenly you're like, and they're like, what? You said there's supposed to be some kind of teaser, and then they're like, oh yeah, 2013, great. Oh. No more. Oh, thank you.
Well, I mean, the reason was because Spider-Man 2 was so horribly done.
Yeah.
Like the Rhino. That's completely different from the way it was in any of the other forms of media.
Yeah, like
they completely flopped him.
And they turned him into like a mecha.
Mechanized.
Guy in a mecha
cat.
Like why? Why did they do that?
He got a costume thing, but now he's doing like a suit thing.
I mean, what were they trying to appeal to the Japanese audience?
I don't know.
I mean, every time I've seen him, it's always been like a Rhino outfit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he is the Rhino.
Yeah.
I mean, now he has like the whole, it's a suit. I mean, he's using turrets and stuff like that coming out. Like that, what? That's not the Rhino. And what pissed me off the most, and this is as a reviewer, this is as a fan of Spider-Man, I'm someone that's been wanting the Rhino for so many years. They show him in all the previews. Every single one they show that huge scene, the helmet coming down, and then you see him about to charge up at Spider-Man like that. That was literally the entire scene that they had with the Rhino, besides the fact that when he did not have the suit on the very opening. Other than that, they completely spoiled it. They didn't even use him.
Yeah.
Totally. They just do it. What? Oh! I'm nerding. Sorry.
I understand.
Common.
I haven't seen the second one, but it still annoys me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I watched Sam Raimi or whatever it was.
Sam Raimi.
That's what I've grown up with. I've grown up with those.
Like, dude, I mean, he's like the official look at Spider-Man. It's like it looks like it came from a comic book, and the new one they're planning on moving into like the web stuff on it, which is gonna be awesome. I'm really excited for that. Yeah.
Well,
for some more. Yeah.
What I will say that I loved about the new about the Amazing Spider-Man franchises that they attempted was how you had the web shooters, and it wasn't just organic like that.
Like just like that.
Like I mean, he invented it.
He invented it. I love that they did that.
Yeah, that was cool.
Well, I mean, that was the original thing.
What I didn't like about from 1 to 2 for Amazing Spider-Man was that they changed the suit. I mean, in the reboot when they first did it, I kind of like the new the glove, the design where they kind of made it less webby, more like kind of just cool. And then changed. I'm like, oh, that's not really cool anymore.
Yeah.
Like back to the original. Like,
I didn't mind the changes much. I didn't like it, but it just.
I mean, the Amazing Spider-Man, the first one. I like the Amazing Spider-Man. I thought it had potential. You can tell they put a decent amount of blood into the first one.
yeah.
I mean, they made the characters really well. I think their backstories were good. I liked it was close enough to the comics. It just felt right to me.
Totally.
I
mean, one thing that I'm looking forward to for Deadpool is that they're finally gonna because originally he was into 20 movies with books and origin Wolverine, and they had Wade Wilson in there.
Yeah.
They're actually making him look good.
For which one?
The new Deadpool movie. That they had Phil the other one. It's like. That's not very Deadpool. That's not really Deadpool-ish.
He doesn't even have a mouth. He can't even speak.
I'm talking about like Wade Wilson before it. My idea is that from that movie he can become Deadpool.
You do know that they completely redid the entire series, and this is their new lineup. I mean, they basically, with Days of Futures Past, they played the trump card.
Yeah.
They completely botched the entire thing for the X-Men universe. That's why we have that new X-Men Apocalypse. That way we have new Deadpool.
Yeah.
Everything in that was basically an alternate reality now, the equivalent of it. Totally. Which at the same time ticks me off.
Yeah.
Because the first two X-Men movies, glorious. Especially the second one. But then now, what? I mean,
I know, like at the end of Days of Future Past, I expected Xavier to be gone. And he was there, and I was like, what?
Finally getting what? How
are they still alive?
Finally, taking this long. I mean, I was expecting at the end of First Class he was kind of starting to look like him, but now he's finally getting the look.
I mean, like, I was kind of confused at the end of Days of Future Past. Like, I was like, wait, isn't Xavier supposed to be dead? Like, at the end whatever those are called, I forget, I can't remember what they're called. I know. The Senate, the robot thing, whatever.
Yeah, they're called the Sentinels.
Sentinels, that's what they're, okay. Like, I thought, this is going to be the last time we're going to see Xavier, because he died in X-Men 3.
They never explained how he came back.
Just because he's a Batman.
And that's pretty much.
The whole Batman series.
Pretty much. Favorite is the Batman of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
Well, but so overall though, I'm curious about you guys' things because we need to keep moving on. But reboots.
Yeah.
One-on-one, going around the table, are reboots necessary? Yes or no? And explain the arguments.
So, from you to Alex.
Alex, would you like to go first, and then we just go around that? You don't have to. You just have to say yes or whatever. If you want to play in your 5 cents.
I think necessary. I don't know how to answer that actually, because some of them, sure, depending on the movie and how well the reboot is. But of course, a lot of them are just terrible.
Totally.
So it depends on the movie and what generation it's coming back in.
Exactly.
I mean, if you grew up with the original, and you're most likely not going to like the sequel.
Yep.
That's just how I feel like that is. So maybe wait another generation or something. Something like that.
Yeah.
I think, kind of along with what Alex said, I think it really depends on what they're rebooting.
Totally.
And how they do it. Because, I mean, like what they were doing with the Spider-Man. They had a reboot come out, twice a year, pretty much? I mean, I'm exaggerating.
Like once every 2 years, I think.
It was coming out one after another, after another, after another. Then it just gets boring. You look at it, you're just like, another Spider-Man movie? Really?
I mean, we really don't want to see Uncle Ben die again.
Again and again.
And then you watch.
Yeah.
You watch a movie and then you really want a sequel and they don't give you one.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what happened in anime.
Ow.
I've got all these shows that have one season, and they keep not giving me a second one.
Attack on Titan.
Actually, that was
yeah. Like this month, right?
So
I don't know exactly what month it is. I just don't think this year.
None of them can do that, aren't they?
And then
SAO3.
SAO.
Sorry, SAO3.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think Yeah.
I am sorry if I offend anyone, but SAO sucks.
It's unionizing anyway. Everyone has their opinions, you know.
I'm sorry.
If you're just starting out on anime, sure, go ahead and watch it.
Yeah.
You know, you have to watch real anime. It's good after you get to a certain point, though.
Yeah.
After you get to a certain point, yes.
Okay,
However, I must say, I reject your reality and still to my own in this case.
So a couple of the animes I really want to have a second season that don't have one yet are one that Alex got me into, No Game No Life.
I heard about that one.
And I love it so much. It's got a lot of fan service, but it's pretty good. I just ignore that. and then Carnival. I really want a second season of Carnival, really bad.
Yeah.
And it hasn't come out yet. And it's been like 3 years since Carnival came out.
I very seriously doubt that you'll get another one on that.
No, they're still going. So,
Well, then make another one then.
Well, then, a question off of that. Are there any reboots that they have done, like, for example, Former Alchemist? How they did Former Alchemist and Former Alchemist Brotherhood, which follows the manga a lot more.
Well, okay. That's a really big debate because anime was going on while the manga was they got so for those of you who don't know, anime was started following the manga, and then they got to a certain point where they either had to wait for the manga or they had to go and make their own story from it. The writer gave them permission to write their own story off of what they had so far, and I absolutely love the story they created. And I watched it first, so that might also have something to do with it.
And then it kind of happened the opposite with me. I watched FMA Brotherhood first, and then I still have not finished FMA Original.
You really should.
I'm almost there. I'm almost episode 35.
Oh, episode 35.
100 something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
I'm
there.
Close, but no cigar.
Yeah. I need to get back and rewatch that. But
Yeah.
Well, I think that Brotherhood isn't bad. I mean, it's actually really, really good. I just prefer the first one, but a lot of people prefer the second one.
One thing, I prefer the first one in the fact that at the beginning they give much more of a backstory. Because in the Brotherhood you get one episode backstory. That's
that's very fun.
And then when you go to FMA, they have a 9-episode backstory.
That mainly is because they probably expected people watching Brotherhood to have watched the original one.
Yeah.
So they skipped over the parts that they went into great detail in the first season and went into more detail on the ones that the first season skipped over a little bit.
Yeah.
So like the war in Ishbal.
Yeah, they focused a lot more on the war with Ishbal and the Brotherhood one.
Well, I will admit, so really quick, sorry.
It's good.
Don't mean to block you, but,
You don't need that, Zach, I promise.
The next half hour.
I promise, in the next 2 days. But
maybe for season 2, I was at the beginning.
and it's canceled. Fuck. Yeah? For those of you who don't know, just chaos is happening. I have the same shirt. But,
Sorry, turning out like Dragon Ball. For 19 episodes later, I'm trying to wear everything.
You really want me to continue, right?
You guys know my mind. It goes all over the place.
But with Former Alchemist, wow, that was one hell of a transition.
Yeah.
With Former Alchemist, I watched the just basic Former Alchemist first. I haven't completed Brotherhood because they don't have the rest of it on Netflix.
Really?
But they only go up. They were like right at the scene where you're about to meet the grandfather person or whatever, like in charge of. Yeah, like right when what's his face? The guy with the flame hands gets when he gets off.
Spoiled. I'm sorry for the spoilers, by the way.
Sorry. But when that guy did, sorry. Spoilers. Anyway, but
I'm saying that Netflix is losing a lot of anime. Like maybe it's just me, but
they're getting rid of Doctor Who.
Yeah, I think they're losing like their contract, whatever.
I call that whole thing.
No, you can't have it. Paul's going to have to get rid of it if they can't renew their contract, right? So that might be happening.
What about that? That might have an opinion. Like, what do you think of it?
Well,
so, like I said before, all the movies I've watched never had, like, really a reboot. It was just a one-time thing, and that was it. So, on my opinion, based on that, I don't think reboots are necessary because from what I've experienced, all the movies I've had are really great the way they are.
Yeah, they just continue them.
Like, Iron Giant never really had a reboot or anything. It's still a great movie.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how old I get, I always, like, have a thing for that movie.
Yeah, you said that they were going to make a sequel, but they never did.
Well, I'm going to watch it because it's not Disney. They're like total Disney.
Don't hate on Disney, okay?
Disney
is great.
Yeah, Disney is good, but
I like Disney.
Yeah.
I love Disney.
Okay?
No, I love Disney. Yeah.
okay.
Which one?
Yeah.
All of it.
Oh,
That's another thing. Okay, so going back to what we were talking about, Reboots. They made 2, 3.
Well, yeah, they made 2 of them in that 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5 was super funny.
That was so weird.
1.5.
Never heard of that.
Like 1.5.
Okay,
So not
it's Timon and Pumbaa.
Oh, that one.
I don't even count 1.5 right now because that one was pretty good.
That one I
like that one actually.
It was just 1.5 and 2. They came out with the third one. They have a third one?
They did?
Wow, the third one?
It's about Simba's son.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fun. That's 2.
I've seen that.
That's 2.
Yeah. I absolutely hated the second and third one just because it was stupid. I kind of liked the second one, but yeah, the first one was
Because if you're talking about you're talking about 1.5, right?
No, okay. 1.5 was Timon and Pumbaa. Okay.
Yeah, I know. 3 of them, though.
There is Lion King 1.5, Lion King 2, and then Lion King 2 is written in the slide.
There's Lion King 3?
I know.
Let me look at it.
I'd love to look at that because I don't remember one.
I don't remember. She knows her stuff about it.
Anyway, for a moment, what is a Lion King 3?
Yeah, there's 4 total movies that Lion King. So the second and third ones are just weren't necessary in my opinion.
I like 1.5, honestly.
No, 1.5 was good.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Yeah, they sure was good. The story was good. I like it.
They made 2 and 3, and I
They're making a new one based on the Vanguard, I think.
Oh, no, that one just came out.
Yeah, I know.
That was 3.
That's 3.
Yeah.
They're not even calling it Lion King. It looks like a Lion King.
Yeah, it's the Lion King War of the Lion Guard, I think.
That's really
It's about his son.
Wait, whose son?
Simba's son.
Oh, that's cool.
No, back to the original topic. It's just
Oh,
Basically, just to end it off, from what I've experienced, I don't think reboots are necessary because all the movies I've seen are very just like.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but you got mixed up on this.
Yeah.
Frozen 2.
Oh.
Yeah, there was.
That's the idea. That's the book.
Yeah.
And then there's The Incredibles 2, and I'm super excited for that.
That's 19. That's 4 years.
And then Finding Dory.
Awesome.
That might be good.
That one, I will say, because we're on the whole Disney thing, I'm sorry that we keep skipping around, but
it's fine.
this is our
We can just go over the place, honestly.
That's why it's called Madhouse.
Pretty much. Finding Dory, when they first announced that, I just looked at that like, what the hell is this? I mean, when they first announced it, when I read the title, like, 3 years ago. I was just searching online, and then all of a sudden, hey, finding what the hell is this? And I read it, and I read the thing. I'm like, how are they going to even possibly do this? And she's just going like, hey, who are you? Zoom away! Or it's more like that. But then, that's not like Dory.
And then they came out with the trailer.
Yeah, and it's not trailer. I'm like, this could actually be something decent.
Yeah.
I got to say, I was thoroughly shocked and thoroughly pleased as a reviewer and as a fan of this franchise.
I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see it.
I mean, when did Finding Nemo come out?
Like 2000.
Wow. That's a long time.
Yeah, it was early, I think, like 2000, I think.
Wow. I mean, that was one of the films, though, that, like, for me, I hate E.T. I could not stand E.T. because I was way too young when I saw it. I mean, I
it scared some people, didn't it?
It scared the hell out of me. I mean, the only reason why I like anything extraterrestrial is because of Alien first.
Aliens are the signs that was like that freaked me out. But that scared me to death.
But I still can't watch E.T. But Finding Nemo is one of those because for me, it's sounds. Sounds are what gets me in a movie. If I watch something that's like boom, I'm just what's that? But that's why there's like a scary scene in the film. If I'm like a movie theater, I plug my every single time.
Like Harry Potter 4, I couldn't even watch the Voldemort scene. They did that. I just wouldn't. The first time I saw that, I would literally hide. Sorry, in the theater, I would hide. But
what do you think of reboots and sequels?
Okay, so for me, when I mean, I don't like reboots, but when they do it, if they do a good job at it, it's worth seeing.
Yeah.
But like, if the whole franchise where they're like you're waiting for the next one, and they're like, yeah, you know what, that's the sequel. We're not doing. We're just gonna reboot. Like, I mean, especially with the cast of characters, when they have all these characters who come back for more and more and more, and then they're like a couple like 4, and they're like, yeah, we're just gonna do a whole new one. Like, and it's like all that waiting for nothing, and you're like. Suddenly, so yeah, in my opinion, I don't like when they do reboots because I just like it when they continuously make movies and have the same cast because you could get used to it. You used to seeing the same people who play the roles of the same characters, kind of like with Harry Potter and stuff.
Yeah, and then
when they don't do that, it's like oh, and because you get used to that, and then when they start the project over with a reboot, it's like oh, it's not the greatest thing to happen.
Yeah, I feel.
I'm sorry.
No, you can go. Go ahead.
I feel like that's because, that's what we're used to.
Yeah.
So, okay, so they come out with a new Harry Potter movie because all...
They are.
Well, no, we're talking about a new Harry Potter poster. Let's say they come out with a new Harry Potter first movie because the graphics are better, we can totally do this. Just not like something good before.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they've gotten better. They didn't really start getting good for me until the third one. So
that's my favorite.
So totally.
Hello.
Where was I? I was talking about if they came out with a new one, who would watch it?
Yeah, and who would play the characters?
Okay.
So,
I don't think I would be able to.
I mean, for me, I've never read the Harry Potter books. However, I have seen all the movies.
No.
You just know.
No.
What?
You were reading all of them.
I will.
All of them in a day.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is.
I was a series in 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, I'll come back to that topic when we finish around Robin. But basically, a quick snippet of it. For the most part, I don't really care if a movie, as long as the movie is done good. Yeah, I've seen plenty of crappy movies. I've seen plenty of movies that I'm like, why the hell did I see this? I went and saw the first of these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle reboots with Michael Bay.
I like them.
I saw the first one in the theaters, and quite frankly, I wanted to walk out.
I like
the only reason why I'm even tempted to see the new one is because of Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah.
That is it.
The one that like just came out or something.
That's
like a couple years ago.
Yeah, the one where I had Megan Fox.
Like a couple of years
Yeah, I mean,
The one movie that I was so
one that had that
disappointed in.
elevator scene in it.
yeah. That over.
That was the only update that movie.
Yeah.
That elevator
But I mean,
scene.
they completely. I'm sorry, please excuse my language for this line, but they completely fucked up this trailer.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry, but that's warranted a cuss word.
Yeah.
When I saw that film, when I saw the shredder in that, they completely messed
That's
up.
walking out of it.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's fun?
Star Lasers.
Oh!
Hey, Dad, I think you got a Star Lasers fan.
You know what? My dad was watching something, and I was like, ooh, what's this?
And what was
You got me thinking about reboot versus original, so I was going to watch the first one.
There's that. No,
Oh, yeah.
Robotech and Zoids. Have you seen those? Please
So
say it.
my buddy did the Robotech. I never found them.
How about Zoids? Zoids. That's one of the rarest animes in the entire U.S. I own all the stuff that they have released in the U.S. Dubbed, mint condition, and it's one of the rarest.
Wow.
So anyway, the one movie that the one movie that I really did not like because I felt like the Last Airbender, and I mean I was in line and I saw all these like costumes, like arrows on their face, like yeah, I see his movie, and then I was like. Nope. I mean, I think all the name is pronounced wrong. Like all the elements just. I wasn't even trying.
I was in for a lecture when Brian told me about this.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. But anyway, Steven.
Okay, so what do I
one goes up?
What do I think of like what? Okay, so what do I think of like reboots and stuff like that? Okay, sometimes they can be necessary, sometimes they can't be, but typically, as Brennan said, as long as the movie's good, it's fine. But sometimes it just gets kind of like the Spider-Man thing.
Yeah.
Like it is the original one from 2000. I don't know, it's 2002, yeah. It was New Amazing Spider-Man, which came out like 10 years later, and it's basically retelling the story. Like I remember the first time I watched The Amazing Spider-Man when they showed Uncle Ben's death. I was like, I've seen this before, and it felt kind of annoying. It was kind of like I've seen this before.
But he wasn't crying then. He was actually, he felt sad. But it felt like
But it felt like I've seen it before, so I kind of felt about it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it before.
Right.
That's my problem. But otherwise, they did it pretty good because otherwise I like The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They did a really good job on it. I'll admit it. The first one. They did a really good job on the first one. But,
For me, between the two versions of Spider-Man that I saw, the first one they could have done better with Peter Parker in terms of like warning, like when he sees Uncle Ben, he's like, and maybe he's like like that. Like he actually had feelings. He felt bad. In the first one, he's like, cry baby. That's not how you mourn your loss. You don't go little tears like.
Well, some people thought it was mourning.
And I saw it was a review on it. It's like, yeah, that's not very.
Well, some people react differently.
Totally, yeah.
I mean, he could be broken on the inside, but on the outside, he's just kind of like,
Yeah.
that can happen. Some people are stronger than others.
I get it, yeah.
So really quick, are you done with your?
I think I'm done. If I have anything else to add, I'll let you know.
Like I was saying before, and this is as someone that has grown up on the old stuff, that I do reviews. I love watching movies. That's one of the things, besides dinosaurs and studying dinosaurs, that's one of my favorite things to do.
Sorry.
That was.
I gave you a
Meow. That's how you do it.
But so some movies I think that it's necessary, however, other ones I think are not. Like Alex was saying earlier, that sometimes reboots are necessary to help bring in new generations.
Yeah.
For these films that we have been growing up with, for our parents, our older generations. Like Star Blazers,
Star Blazers, amazing.
Yeah, I haven't seen the whole series. I've only seen like a couple episodes here and there. But
we have to fix that.
By the way,
we're borrowing from an old neighbor.
By the way, listeners, if you don't know what's going on, we had watching Star Blazers anime, so.
Have the whole series in dub? The original? Or do you only have the new one?
This one is in,
It's fine. Well, I know it's in the Japanese, but on your computer, don't you have the English one?
No, don't worry about it. But what I'm saying is, I've seen other films that, I frankly, when I mention them to people, like, for example, an old friend of mine, I've known for nearly 10 years, David. He and I became friends because out of all my friends before, this is before 2007 when that Transformers movie came out.
Yeah.
I grew up on the original Generation 1 cartoon, Season 1. And I would ask all my friends, hey, have you ever heard of Transformers? No one that I met besides him and one other friend named Derek said, yeah, I've heard of that. And that was how he and I became friends in the first place. And then, later that year, the new Transformers come out.
Yeah.
And it was a good film, however, they really messed up.
It was really long, too. Just kind
of
of like going up
the first one was decent.
No, first Transformers movie.
I thought it was cool.
I thought it was okay.
This is going on for a long time. Action's great. It's like, God, this is just not going to end.
Well, what I'm saying is, sometimes it's necessary. Yeah. However, other times, like, for example, the Fantastic Four films, they completely botched the entire original
The reboot or the old one?
The reboot. Yeah, the reboot that they did at Fantastic.
I never went to it because I was like, you know what? It's not worth it.
They completely changed the origin of the characters. Completely changed how they are.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't see it because if I saw it, I would probably hate it.
Well, hang on. What I'm saying is sometimes in like other films like that, where there's superhero films, it's necessary to change the origin. However, not the complete 180 like that. And so that's what I'm saying. So I think that if reboots are necessary, it is to an extent. However, as long as you pay some sort of an homage to the original stuff in a way, not just alluding to it, but as long as you have to pay your respect.
And they're not completely copying it.
Like for example, the new Star Wars. The new Star Wars, Force Awakens. Yeah. That one is my second favorite of the entire series.
Yeah.
My all-time favorite is Episode 5.
Yeah.
Episode 5 was, okay, you're shaking your head. Why?
I like 4 and 6. I didn't really like 5.
Oh.
Everybody released, and then into
the Hawk Battle alone.
The Hawk Battle was good, yes.
That alone is what made the entire movie. And then the rest of it, the Darth Vader fight, where you're seeing him wailing. This one I love because not only did it pay respect to it, but for those of you who have not seen it, please bleep out your film. Has everyone here seen the new Star Wars?
No. Well, she doesn't like it.
Oh, you?
Okay. Wow.
I don't give a damn.
I've seen the new one.
You don't care?
No, I don't give a damn.
When Han...
She's not a...
Okay, I'm going to spoil something. And for those of you who haven't seen all the memes, then too bad.
Right now, it's over my...
But, like when Han Solo gets killed, like
that was
that angered me.
When I saw that,
that pissed me off.
I saw a couple of
I mean, I understand it. I understand why they did it.
Well,
it pissed me off.
I mean, even on episode 5 when he gets frozen in carbonite, that was originally intended to kill him off.
Yeah.
The reason was because Harrison Ford, the actor who plays Han Solo,
he didn't want to be in
he didn't know if he wanted to in the first place.
He didn't even want to be in it. He was not sure if he wanted to be in it.
No. So what happened was Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, and Princess Leia, they signed on for episode 4, 5, and 6. They signed on for an entire trilogy. Harrison Ford only signed on for, I believe, the first one, and he was like, yeah, I'll come back for a second. They had no idea who he was. He was tired with the character, but then after a little bit of debating, okay, I'm going to go. That's why they wrote in the carbonite scene. Yeah. Because they can go either way. That's why we had the opening of Jabba's Palace. And that's why we had the entire scene. With this one, he and J.J. Abrams, they were talking for a long time. Like, for the last 10 years, before this movie came out, if J.J. Abrams were to direct Star Wars, kill me off. Yeah. And that's why they had the whole scene. That's why they literally been playing like for the last 10 years. Yeah. And so that was a good way not only to bring in a new generation of characters, but also to appease the older audiences. Like, I grew up on the original trilogy. I grew up on the prequel trilogy. I saw episode 3 in the theaters with my parents. That was one of my earliest.
I saw the day it came out.
That's one of my earliest memories.
Yeah.
I loved seeing that.
It was great.
So,
in my opinion.
is, so like I'm saying, as long as they pay homage, whether it's a reboot or a sequel years later, like they're doing with Cole, Incredibles and Monsters, Inc., that prequel was crap. I'm going to say. It was decent. It could have been better. That was my favorite film growing up. And so, for me, that was a disappointment all across the board.
If it's one of your favorite movies, it's kind of hard to...
That was a super...
No, I mean, one thing that I was really kind of like hoping they would do, and didn't do this, I mean, I was grateful when they actually showed it in the movie, because in the prequel trilogy, they marketed it as episode, and then when they, I mean, it's kind of like the original trilogy where they didn't market it as episode, they just told us the subtitle. Mm-hmm. When they just marketed it, like, all right, and then you see Star Wars and you have Force Awakens, I'm like, oh, because I was expecting them to put episode VI or VI or 7. Episode 7. But didn't. I mean, I liked how they added into the protocol, but I mean, overall, I liked it. And one thing that was really cool is that I saw it on the video last night or this morning, where Ian Gregor was talking about his role in the movie, and the idea was that Alex is not moving anymore. They're like, how did they put the word Ray in there? Apparently, in I think it was episode 6, the word afraid, they took the first part of that and second last part of that and just put on Ray. And that's how they were able to incorporate that line, he never said it. And apparently Ian Gregor had one line in there. But it was, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, I loved it. It was a really good movie.
Force Awakens was a good example. A bad example, a really horrible example, Airbender.
Oh, God. That was so bad.
That was the first movie.
I was forced to that movie so bad.
I mean, like, that was...
And then I watched it and I was so mad.
That was the first movie I ever saw in the theater alone.
Oh, God, really?
I got so mad.
And I came in there, like, a little bit late, 5 minutes late, and I missed the entire thing. But that movie is the example of what not to do. Not only that,
pronounce it Ong or Soka. God. Seriously.
I mean, there was a character that acted like himself.
No. It's like, well, come on.
I was so waiting for that movie. I was
hyped for
it. Waiting for that
Agreed.
movie.
And then they messed it up completely. It didn't. And so, and then like the director's like, sequel. Nope. Nope. Please. Yeah. Okay.
Well, the thing was, M. Night Shyamalan, he's the one that directed it.
Yeah.
He did like Signs. He's done most of the films that he did, except for like The Sixth Sense, are considered to be some of the worst crap ever.
Yeah.
After Sixth Sense came out, people were saying like, he is the new next Steven Spielberg. No, but people called him that.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like he was in the magazines and everything like that. Next Steven Spielberg after that movie and like one other huge success.
Took 2 movies out of $1 billion. Wow. And everyone's calling him the next Steven Spielberg.
Wow.
But I mean, like, when they were doing the marketing for Airbender, they hid his name.
Yeah, but I don't know.
They hid his name all the previews. The only time they ever saw it, like, after was, like, directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
I think it was like M. Night Shyamalan film.
Yeah, and they, other than that, they completely hid his name because they knew.
Because it was an awful movie.
Well, I mean, they didn't know that if it would be an awful movie, but they knew that if people saw his name, they wouldn't go. But that alone, to me as a fan, because I've seen the entire series. My friend David had mentioned before. He and I saw it together. He and I loved the series at that time. I still do. Needless to say, that is how you do a bad movie. That's how you do a bad reboot. That's how you do a bad film in general.
The one thing I really didn't think they needed was in the beginning when they were like out with the show with it, like water. That was they didn't need to do that.
And they did because they wanted to pay homage.
Yeah. Also, one thing that was really funny in the movie, this is a fun guy in the movie. So it was doing where Annie the car was what are you doing?
that she, I negated my attack and I attacked. No, I didn't negate the attack. I negated the attack. So he has no attack.
Want me to tell you one time that I completely screwed up my friend Caleb? I was at 100 life points. He was at like 10,000. He boosted that one monster to like over 10,000. Over it, he attacked. Magic cylinder.
Oh no!
Screwed him up completely.
Oh God!
I'm sorry, people. I'm an EQ freak. Can you tell me after the podcast? Alright, but anyway,
I was and actually I'm still just finishing. One of the things that I just felt it was like really it was in the scene where Ong was meditating. Some guy was like, it's like, are you okay? And he was like, he's meditating. Like,
yeah.
Really? And then you realize it was just bad. They could have done better.
There's impossible ways that they could. There's no way that they could have made a worse film.
Either they could have made I'd rather make or they could just make a collection of Korra.
Yeah.
And on that note, actually, I don't think they did a good job with Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
Because they finally got the turn-off.
Oh, can I do a quick plug with you?
Yeah, sure.
Ladies and gentlemen that are still listening with us, my friend Caleb that I mentioned before, he and I actually did a review of the original Percy Jackson movie. He and I did a full review, like from my perspective, because I never read the book. He was obsessed with the entire series. He and I did a full review. Just go and take a look at my channel, BigDinoGuy, _S channel, all one word, no caps. Look it up now.
Sorry. So I gotta say, about that Airbender thing, I remember at the very beginning of the movie, they had this really bland-looking text. It was super cheap and low quality.
I mean, not only that, but none of the characters that, none of the people that they casted for that, those probably were one of the casted films I have seen in recent memory, or at any memory.
Oh my gosh, it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
I mean,
Can we switch to a different topic now?
Sorry.
I'm really tired of getting mad about
yeah. So yes and no, depends. Don't fuck it up too much, and you're good.
Anyways, next.
This is a topic now. Add my own voice into a lot of it.
Oh, yes.
Because I've been interested in this ever since I was 12.
What?
And this is weapons.
Oh. Welcome to our hour.
Let's talk about weaponry here.
Madness.
What's your say then, my friend?
Okay. There are so many different kinds of weapons, but we're going to talk about the actual, real weapons, not movie weapons.
Oh,
they are. Well, let's talk about real weapons first, because I'm a big fan of the real weapons.
Eventually, not the best.
Well, there are many different types of weapons. There are bladed weapons, blunt weapons, ranged weapons, bullet weapons, all sorts of different weapons. There's whip weapons.
Wait, those should be called what?
Anyway.
Really? Yeah. You guys didn't see that. He just gave me the best glare.
Let's see if I go hurt. Just give that to me countless times. I'm like, okay, how you doing? That is the, what are you again? If you look Asian, but you're what again?
Italian, German, and Irish.
Bullshit.
And some of those three things come together and makes a special Asian.
Pretty much. I mean, I can take a picture and show it to someone that doesn't know him, like, who's the guy? Wow.
But anyway, so what weapons do we want to talk about first, in real space? Swords, axes, knives, claws, guns, bows, crossbows, hammers, shields.
Well, let's
sword hammer!
Oh, you can talk about hammers. I can talk axes.
Weapons.
You started talking about weaponry because he got bored of it. I'm not rainbow throwing knives.
Oh, I got a green shuriken.
I saw laser weapons for Kovoc. Yeah.
So let's with the basics. Right? When people think,
We don't need to talk about that.
classic weapon that everyone thinks about is a sword.
Oh, I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I guess too. Guns aren't really my thing, really.
No, it's not the nerd. Nerd.
That requires like pulling everything out, loading,
Actually, it's standard mode. You just have to like have it in and clock it, and load it and clock it and declare it.
Well, for gun wise, if I were like what is the old survival situation we were talking about before?
Sure.
All right. So, should you explain to that?
Huh?
Explain what we did with Johnny.
Oh yeah. Like when we had to sleep, when we had like the spending the night, and we did this night.
I mean, like you and I used to do with Johnny.
Oh yeah. So I remember. So yeah, should we talk about like swords and techniques with them?
I don't know. How about we just talk about the different weapons? So like. Talking about preferences if you were in a certain situation. So, like,
let's talk about swords. Let's talk about swords.
Okay, give us a scenario with this, and then act like people all around the table.
Alright, I'm just thinking like, if like, let's say we go into the old apocalyptic scenario where you have to go and battle creatures.
Totally. Post-apocalyptic.
Well, yeah. Anyway, let's just talk about like if we had the sort of scenario where you gotta like defend yourself, and then you find a sword. First off, what would you want to find in a sword?
Should we just go around?
Yeah. Who wants to start?
What are we going around with?
I want me to.
Like, what do you look for in like a sword if you had one?
Like saber.
I would want it to look like an anime sword, because then it'd be really cool. Let's see.
A sword, not a dagger, right?
Yeah, sword.
Actually,
If there are anime swords, I think
Anime swords.
I wouldn't use the sword. I would probably use a dagger,
But if you found the sword.
If I was looking for a sword, I would probably look for one more lightweight, because I'm super freaking.
Yeah. Something more swift.
Yeah, but also it's cool.
Yeah.
This doesn't have a caliber. This is a rapier. Yeah, rapier.
That's
that.
a caliber thingy.
Yeah, Kirito got Excalibur later, so it's...
that was awesome.
That's true.
This is a lightsaber.
I thought you hated the sword online.
I do.
That was simply awesome because they incorporated a lightsaber sound into the show.
Anyway.
Bam, got a lightsaber.
Brand optical lightsaber.
I had an anime sword.
Yeah, but like really, like what if you found the sword on the
Two-handed swords are
Or the Kylo Ren style of sword.
Kylo Ren doesn't use a sword. This is a lightsaber.
No, a guard thing.
A cross-guard sword.
Yes.
What lightsaber?
A lightsaber is a laser sword.
I really like the look to like katanas.
Okay, so So, you want the long one, the medium one, or the short one?
Probably medium. I don't know if I can handle long.
I can't remember what they're called. They have a name for all of them. Like
Well, I think the short ones are the ninja ones.
Daggers like come on like that thing, or
I'm trying to think because I know the medium one starts with like a W. I think.
Basically,
A medium like katana.
Yeah.
There we go.
that lightsaber.
I'm going. You're up.
Yeah. What would you want to find in a sword? Because you're kind of like your structure is kind of like Alex.
Kind of depends on the product. I mean, like.
Just explain like everything that you would want in a sword.
Well, what do you...
Everything.
You know what?
Okay, anyway, I'm a good right now.
Welcome to the night, please.
We're all mad here. Kind of the point of this podcast name.
Alright, anyway, your preference on the sword, what would you look for it?
Easy to use, sharp, definitely.
Okay, so, like, you want something...
You don't want an old sword. You want a sharp one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want to be hitting people with metal, and it's supposed to be playing.
And then I want like a strong...
Of course. People want, like, a strong...
I want a those, like that.
Yeah, people want, like, a strong city, but, like, you want... Would you want...
Or even a sword that has, like, a little blade on it. That'd be cool.
Which more like a one hand, two hands.
Or I could do like a sword that you come out and then you like then you take it apart into two swords or something like that, like the
like a dual wield.
Like
a dual wield. Like
yeah. Like
I have a Jade. Two swords.
Like a handle where you can pull apart and it comes with two swords.
I have
like you do a small sword kind of, but
yeah, I have swords. I have 8 swords that are connected by magnets, and so you can like pop them off the magnets and you can use them. Okay, so that's you want a dual wield sword, man. You want a dual wield.
If we want to see all you have security with it. I don't know.
Okay,
she doesn't like dual.
Yeah, what would you want? Well, like, it's a lightsaber. Real hard. Find shots that work.
That's effective.
I think it is like that.
Why does it have to be a realistic one? Why can't we do like Star Wars? Like we're
find it in the world. So you would want a broadsword most likely. However, if you are going with this, I'm going to basically science the shit out of this for some reason.
All right.
Lightsaber. Not a real lightsaber.
Good luck with plastic toys, then.
So, you want a lightsaber. So most likely because the weight of the handlebar, well, it's kind of medium. So, either one is a sword, most likely broadsword, so like with the quick start. You want a thinner blade one, lighter hilt. So which you can go in. You would not want to stick on it. You would not want a broadsword, but you want something like what they use in Assassin's Creed. So, have you played Assassin's Creed?
I have.
Right. You remember the sword that Altair used? Not the cutlass.
Well, I'm only in the first one, but...
Yeah, but the broadsword kind that you
I think so, yeah.
Right. So you want one that's a little bit lighter weight. You want one that either be a cross guard, most likely, because you don't want to do that, and also you don't want them your hands done. Unless you want to do a double-handed hilt, then you can use a broadsword. However, because you want to use a lightsaber, not be a faster strike one. So if you want one like that, you want an agility similar to what Altair either a cutlass, or which is one of the private swords, or you want a broadsword like that. However, it needs to be a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the first sword I have is made of some really heavy material.
So another sword?
No, I'm talking about like you're talking about heavy material, right? And you're talking about lighter material. I'm trying to explain to him what the heavy material is. So I have this Spartan sword. And it's made out of very thick and very heavy. And
good enough for you to actually hold.
I don't think it really trust.
Unless you know how to use it.
Johnny knows.
You gotta have to know how to use a sword.
Jonathan knows how to do it. He's like I've seen him
a friend of ours, by the way. He's on prison. Sorry.
So we're talking about like Stephen's choice and how Brennan is sort of sciencing what Stephen would like more. And so Nova is Spartan and how it's made of some very heavy material.
That's cool.
So I like if I had to use it, which I don't think I would. I would no, because one thing is grip on it is very like scrunched up. So like my other broadsword, I don't like. I don't like weapons that like have the long blade. I like because I have very big hands and I don't like the ones where it has scrunched up my hands.
Yeah.
But the ultraviolet sword I have, it has like a longer handle. I can use that very well. But obviously the blade isn't good for it. But I like handles like that where if I'm using a two-handed blade, I kind of want room like about this.
Yeah.
So I kind of maneuver it. And
so I think we should officially switched topics here. I have a topic we could discuss.
Okay.
Gaming.
Alright.
Specifically consoles and the way to market like a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
We're talking about games now.
Okay.
But,
one thing that I really did not like. I mean, it was something I would ever buy. Okay, so this is always something on everyone's mind this year because I think it came out like last year or something. Okay, for Nintendo, the new Nintendo 3DS. I wouldn't buy that. If you bought it now and then you waited 5 years, it wouldn't be so new.
So for really quick on the whole console thing,
Yeah.
the whole console wars.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be frank here. The newest console that I own, that I literally just got for this last Christmas, is an Xbox 360, the white.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
We had a white one. Ours got on Saturday.
Oh, it did not work. It said it's a
We got the E74.
Oh, you got a ring of death?
I hate that.
What one thing is, growing up, all I used was a GameCube until about
That was great because there's something you can do with the GameCube, like make if you have 4 controllers, you got like a ninja sound. That was really cool.
Well, 5 to 7 years ago, I got a PS2.
I have
It's basically a PS2 Slim, however, the outside casing is a PS2 thick. And then the newest console that I have gotten was just this last Christmas. Or no, actually it was a Christmas present, however, I got over Thanksgiving.
No.
Yes. I really want to play that actually. But was the Xbox 360, and I've done 360. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of it. And, in terms of gaming wise, I think that the way that the market has gone, the way that they showed the things, like I recently got GTA 5.
Yeah.
And before, like with these older games that I've played for years, like GTA 5 is the first current quote-unquote game that I have bought in stores in my entire life myself. And so that's saying a lot for a guy that's almost 18. But I will say that a lot of the games that they are coming out with, releasing memories for these newer consoles, are getting a hell of a lot easier. Yes, they have very tough scenarios, but they're just getting easier and easier.
But the names for them, like Wii U and Xbox One.
I don't mind the different names. I mean, what, are you going to call it the Xbox 720?
But that was really stupid. I could not go that. It would be so bad. No, they don't just go, 360 plus 360, it's 720. No, don't even go there. No, that's not going to sell.
Yeah.
You know what I really love about Nintendo?
What?
When they come out with a brand new console, they usually... Okay, so I don't know how I'm saying. Okay, Game Boy, yeah?
Oh,
yeah.
Game Boy.
But if you're a girl, then it's probably...
Stop it.
Okay.
And then they came out with the DS, and the first DSs had that thing where you can plug in Game Boy games.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with GameCube and Wii. So I really love that about Nintendo. I don't know if I don't think other companies do that. The Xbox One can play some Xbox 360 games.
And the
60 can play some.
PS2 can play PS1 games.
Really quick. So with that being said, the newer DXs that they're coming out with, like after the 3DS, they took away the backwards compatibility with the.
I don't think the DS I had it.
I love my DS.
But I think PS2 you can do that with only PS1s, obviously.
Yeah.
Only if you have a memory card from the original PS system. And then Xbox 360, you can play Xbox games on.
Yeah.
I don't know about ones. I don't know about the.
One can play.
They're starting to add.
I think either 100 or 200 games.
They're starting to add more. As
they are adding more.
It still takes money to do that. You have to have the whole group of guys sitting in a room, program it out to where it'll work.
Yeah, emulators.
Like to get one done, that's
it's so hard to put old the Xbox games on a new Xbox. So hard.
What that being said, though, why didn't they just make the whole... Uh-oh. Your face right now, Sabrina.
I don't think audience stuff.
Anyway, Pinky over there is having a little mental breakdown.
Yeah, nickname like.
Where's the brain then?
Call Pinky from Brennan.
Okay.
Where's the brain then?
Okay.
Sorry.
Is it a meme?
On the
Where's the brain?
I don't know. I lost 1 years ago. But what the thing said, though, the consoles themselves, honestly, it's just a cash grab. But the older games, you used to always just go through them. You'd be like, oh my god, I find an upgrade now. Oh my god, I paid for an upgrade. That's it. There's no basic game. I mean, why have the Xbox One have to cost money in order to play backwards compatibility?
Yeah. So
why not just build it into it in the first place? It does?
No, it's automatically updates on the phone. We don't know.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. As a gamer of older games, I'm actually kind of pissed off.
Yeah. I mean, like, look at, let's compare, like, for example, Dr. Mario to, like, something like, I don't know, Call of Duty. Dr. Mario had a lot of
comparison.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's hard. It's hard game. You have to actually work to try to complete each level.
Yeah.
And with Call of Duty, it's just like a movie. You don't even really have to do anything.
Did you know that Dr.
Go
Mario...
around and it's just like...
Did you know that Dr. Mario is basically a rip-off of Tetris?
Yeah.
Only one for you.
Okay, all the fuck that here.
Okay, so we have a podcast here. So I wanna split into them here. So one thing that Mario was actually agreeing with me is that for the new 3DS, they assume that you're just getting it so you can upgrade, and they're like, oh well, you see, you're upgrading, you have a charger. So they're selling new 3DSs without a charger, so in case like, oh, we assume that the gamers still have the charger. What if they don't? What if they're just getting a new 3DS just now? It's like, oh, we assume you're just upgrading, so you have your charger still. Well, think about this. What if gamers, Nintendo gamers, are only just getting a friend of the new 3DS and want to get one, and they don't have a charger?
Chargers.
Like, seriously.
I lost mine years ago.
Chargers. New one.
Why are you still on the internet?
It's like you pay more money for a charger when you think you already have one already. It's like, come on, really?
Chargers are
That's why I would never buy one.
the biggest, like, money things ever. Like,
I mean, the idea is that they're making new features and stuff. And I try to call it the Super Nintendo. That would have a better name for it, honestly.
Like the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like Nintendo Entertainment.
And like Wii U, they could call it the Wii HD or something, or better. I don't know.
Well,
Call it Super Wii.
Super Wii. Super Wii. Sunshine.
can I do a follow-up question to that?
Sure, go ahead.
Well, like I said, I'm more into the whole games themselves.
Yeah.
All of us at least do at least a little bit of gaming, correct?
Yeah.
that's like two main games. Like,
So what-
I like.
So what about the games themselves? Because you're talking about the consoles, but like I was mentioning, the games have been getting easier for me.
What
Yeah,
kind of
something.
games are we talking?
Okay.
Any kind of game, basically.
It's like one of my favorite games in the world. But one of my favorite games in the world has been and pretty much always will be Skies of Arcadia on the Dreamcast.
Oh, wow.
That is my game.
Only hard.
Best game on the Dreamcast, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure my dad will agree with me on that one. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad agrees.
I've never played it, so.
It's an RPG where you literally fly in the sky on pirate ships.
What?
It's great. And then you have magic and all this other stuff, and you get to battle these monsters, and it's got a really interesting storyline. Just keeps getting better and better and better. So, it is like one of my favorite games. And that's the one that really made me fall in love with the Dreamcast. I mean, yeah, the Dreamcast has a lot of other good games too, but that one gets like.
The one thing that in marketing and gaming these days is like, they, like, for example, one big game that they released, like, oh, it's and then playing it shit because it's a really bad game. I mean, released that Tony Hawk, Pro Skater 5. They released it, and another showed me a gameplay. It was broken. And even after one patch, broken. I mean, they say everyone thinks that they can make a game and then release it and think it's going to be good. And again, I think about like, why are games always broken? Like, game developers keep releasing games thinking they're going to work. They're like, oh, we worked about I'm going to year on this game. Let's release it to the public. The public buys it, plays the game. It's really bad.
Well, kind of with that being said, you know Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah, I know one. Yeah.
You guys know about Five Nights? I personally have never played Five Nights at Freddy's.
I think
I don't want to. It sounds terrifying.
There's always too much place.
But the creator that did that game, he's apparently done some other ones. That new Five Nights at Freddy's World, he released on Steam. However, he pulled it, and he has requested that Steam does 100% refund to anyone who bought it. Because he pulled it from himself, saying that, hey, I'm not comfortable with this one. I'm not through with it yet. That's a good not only a good marketing, but
great.
I've never seen any other developer in recent memory do anything like that. And
that gives Scott better name. That makes him seem more like an actual person, actual feelings, and understanding other people.
Well, it's like general. It's like thinking of the players, like behind the other end.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, so this isn't done yet. So everyone take like back the stuff you've used on the game and just save it. Either when I'm done,
Yeah, Psychonauts on the Xbox.
Yeah.
I've heard of that one. A lot of it.
There she goes. Anyway, continue. Continue. Yeah, we're not finished.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the guy that made it was one of these guys that will just put out an insanely great game and then just leave it. Will not go back to it or.
Actually, I'm working on to make a second one now.
Yeah.
Basically, he is not.
Oh God. What the hell? Oh no.
By the way, listeners, this is Green Stack Cooking. You want
We played all three and just see what happens.
the big franchise. The big franchise that really messes up every time they release a because there are games per year is Assassin's Creed. Every game that I play, I think it's from using Intel or Core Intel. Every game you releasing like there's a good chance that you're gonna end up getting a game where the eyeballs are like all messed up and
have you seen previews for the new one?
Is that
out like later this year or next year?
I haven't.
It's the equivalent of Mario side-scroller 3D with Assassin's Creed.
Wow.
Basically, killing with blades instead of jumping on their heads.
Wow.
That's it.
Oh God.
It's not. I saw a good preview for it, and I really watched like 5 minutes of it. I turned that off.
What?
The new Assassin's Creed game. The new Assassin's Creed game. I saw a preview of it, and I literally watched like not even 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe that. But no commentary, just raw footage of the thing, and it's a 3D side scroller for Assassin's Creed. Seriously, that's not what Assassin's Creed is.
That's boring.
Not only that, but it's just a cash grab. It's Mario with swords.
Well, waste your money on that. I mean, I'm really happy about, and finally gonna have some breathing room. You know how Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed, their idea is let's release one game a year. Finally, they're giving us breathing room for like a year, so we don't have to
For what?
For Assassin's Creed, they're giving us a year breathing room, and of course, Call of Duty's not gonna do that. I mean, I guess next year will be.
The problem with getting a sequel to a game being released on an early basis is that the quality isn't guaranteed, and they're going to charge you for like DLC. Yeah, they're not going to have a whole lot of time to complete the story. They're going to push it to you.
So when you have Computer 5, they're like, all right, I'll do the game and just call it 5 on it. Okay, ship it. It's quick to ship it. That's all right. I'm making New 49 Foot game. Sub number 5 on it. All right. This is done. It's really good. I mean, honestly, even after a few patches, it's like, why even bother with games if you're like, okay, we're delaying it a bit, and they release it and still not quite good enough. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, some really bad games like the original Tomb Raider. They only have like a few polygons, and now it was like realistic. I mean that's gaming evolution, but like it's just like I see games from old. Yeah, I know. And you have the graphic on the page, like, all right, and you play it again, like, oh, that sucks.
Well, I mean, like, I jumped from... excuse me.
Are you okay?
No.
Pause.
I don't know what that's I haven't played the title. I have played as well as original Nintendo. But NES. Oh, yeah, mine too. But I'm probably gonna play that when I go over to the test.
But if you do watch that, what would give you a mindset of what the programmer, what's like to be the programmer in?
Yeah, but they were programming this crap game. Yeah, well, that's the whole thing about. Digging up all the games out in the desert.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'm not like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry. What
All kinds of games are out there. Everything out there.
I wonder why.
I'm talking about the evolution from gaming from the old days to new, where like they take it and it's like, I mean, they obviously change it, but like you realize they're like for example, not to be sexist here, but this is actually true. From original Tomb Raider, you have Warcraft through and now it's like realistic. Well, I mean, I guess they're like, oh, let's use the poly. Now, I have no idea.
Wait. Why are we worried about Lara Croft's boobs?
It's the thing on like series. People
why are we worried about this?
Most of us are guys.
Next time, all these fellas are butt anyway.
I know.
That's the point.
I know.
You're against the wall.
But I'm glad they finally fixed it. Well, I mean, it looks better now.
Why does it matter?
It's not.
The ability is the very first.
Exactly. It's not just humans. It's all games from classic 90s and stuff. They look terrible.
No. It's kind of not good at all.
I've never polygon-wise. Polygon-wise, not great. Yeah.
You only have so many to play with.
Yeah.
Oh, let's come here and not worry about that.
I mean, one of the things is, like I said, I grew up on the old console.
Yeah.
360 is the newest one I've had. Growing up on older games like the second Super Smash Bros. Melee. Growing up with games like that. Growing up with lesser graphics games. Oh, God. Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Stuff like that. And then going to PS2. There's not much of a jump. And then all of a sudden going to Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Complete 180.
And PS3, and then Xbox One, PS3.
I don't have the PS3. I'm talking about games that I've played, like and been able to completely play. I've got to say that the original stuff is better, not only content-wise. Well, some of the games that I've played has amazing stories. Like the one that got me into this whole thing was AVP, the 2010 one.
And
the movies are complete crap. Didn't follow any of the lore that was already set up, but the game was not only one that...
I liked Alien.
Alien...
Yes, Alien.
Plural.
Aliens.
Get over!
They only come
And
out.
Aliens 3 angered me.
They mostly come out at night. Mostly.
But speaking of reboot. Speaking of reboot. What?
Don't make me nerd. Don't make me nerd. You want like you are nerd.
Yeah,
It's gonna take about a half hour to cool that on.
Yeah, you're really running me up.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is that the transitions that they've made
Dad, what are you doing?
in those games from recent memory,
I don't trust you.
like this.
Because it's you. I can't
Never trust
I gotta
Dad.
call her.
Finally, some of the friends are saying my team with my parents.
Oh, no, I can't trust either person. It's just like enough.
Oh, I dare you to meet mine. I dare you.
Well done.
Exactly.
Well done.
Yeah.
If your guys are anything like mine, then that would be bad.
Exactly. No.
Okay.
But. Yeah. Just seeing you want to watch.
I'm in my.
Everything's going to start falling up in there.
I'm in my time for something. I'm in the 90s.
Well, that works. But what I'm saying is, the graphics may be getting better, but story-wise, it's kind of trash. About the only thing that I've seen change is the graphics, which is the time.
The hell is that food?
Now, there's better technology that we can have better games, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of the games that I've seen. Assassin's Creed, Mass Effect. I love those games. However, they've become cash grabs. So many Call of Duty. I played those. I played a couple actually. I played games at a friend's house, and all they are is just cash grabs. Like for me, as coming into this new market later than usual, honestly, I don't know if I even want to buy some of the new games. I don't know if I want to buy an Xbox Live. I was looking the other day at buying a Batman game.
Yeah.
But last night I went to another friend's house and we played Arkham Knight. And amazing graphics, amazing story, amazing voices. But it's a cash grab.
Yeah.
Those are all that the market is. That's all that the movies have become. All video games, pretty much. Not all of them, but the vast majority.
Yeah.
And like when we're saying Call of Duty, we're saying Assassin's Creed, how they have become more and more repetitious. Totally.
What?
As someone that's seen this at a delayed time, seeing other people playing it's honestly, I'm almost ashamed of where it's going because it's not about content anymore. It's about
All that.
It seems like video games, like it seems like they're becoming more and more just movies. Like they're becoming less game and more movies.
Well, I mean, that's one of the things that a lot of people are saying. Like,
I'm worried about it. I'm worried that it's just going to become, just movies and that's it. Like,
So how many times do you yell at dog meat, Dad?
I mean, look at Beyond Two Souls, for example.
Oh, you're not
Basically, just a movie. It's becoming active movies.
Wow.
It's nothing more
We
than
can only start thinking about wrapping up here, preaching.
yeah.
Let's touch up on a few more. What really kind of makes me a little annoyed is kind of like the movies, and it's kind of the same thing in their department, like in the industry. With movies and gaming, reboots is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just take like an old franchise and they're like, okay, what if I can't get or anything on the new game? Like, we're not doing anything. We're just gonna reboot the entire thing. And then like Doom, 3 games instead of they're call it Doom again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on.
As a reviewer, as a fan of these franchises, and seeing all these other reboots, I am extremely worried. And please, sorry about my language here, but I'm really worried that they're going to completely fuck it up.
Totally.
They have done that repeated times. They did that with before. They did it with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, I am, like, when they first announced Star Wars, I mean, like, when Episode 1 first came out, people were clamoring, oh my god, this is going to be a new movie! Oh my god, it's finally Star Wars! And we got the prequels.
Yeah.
That, like, when that movie came out, people were like, oh my god, this is, let's hype it up.
Totally, yeah.
But
exactly.
be careful. And so now it's become hit and miss with a lot of franchises.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
I'm very worried because people aren't elaborating. People aren't exploring other ideas. I mean, even in schools, people aren't exploring ideas. And so, seeing how we progress in the media, or just basic thoughts, I'm really concerned.
Yeah. Well, what do you think is going to happen? What are your predictions?
Not any predictions. I think like the new VR headset. That's going to be a new.
I'm sorry about that. Yes.
Like I've tried it twice.
Oh, really? How was it?
There was a simulation where I was, and I mean, the graphics are just, oh my god. I tried playing Alien Isolation just for a mission. I was with some friends of mine. We were going down the corridor playing Alien Isolation. I hit myself. I hit my head from the alien by the killing. Because that's all that they're trying to do. Like, hey, let's get to kill you, okay? Oh, crap. And I hit my head. So, amazing graphics, but that's about it. The interactions with them, I think that VR is starting to overturn movies. I think that movies aren't... I think that we're getting limited content. I think that unless people explore different ideas, leave the old shit out of it.
Yep.
But new ideas. If you want to reboot, okay. Expand on it.
Do it, yeah.
Expand on the Star Wars universe. Which is why I'm not very butthurt about them completely destroying the Star Wars canon.
Like this, everything, all the ones after Episode 6 is just nothing.
Well, all the movies, or no, all of the books.
It happened after 6, yeah.
But the video games and spin-off shows, those are still canon. So yeah, I'm very, very worried. I think that if we explore more options using these as new mediums, I think that we're going to have...
Speaking of Star Wars, I heard J.J. Abrams not going to be doing directing Episode 8.
He's not.
No.
I'm worried they're going to fuck it up. That's it.
Well,
I'm worried that the same thing's going to happen. Like with
Episode 7 was great, and it did not.
I mean, did you see the new, the third Star Trek movie trailer?
Yeah.
It's basically Fast and Furious in space. That's not Star Trek. That's nothing like Star Trek. Okay, I'm saying that you need to expand. I'm not saying butchering the original stuff too.
Yeah.
Deadpool, I have high hopes for it, however, I'm still very skeptical. TMNT. Okay, new medium. You're completely butchering everything that everyone is even going up on. You're completely butchering the entire concept of it. I don't mind the whole animated TV show that they had after the movie came out. I love the old animated one that they had on, like, 4Kids. Yeah. I love those ones. I love the different mediums that they had. But it's just not staying true to anything that was even constant.
Wait, are we still talking about challenge?
No, we're talking about, like,
industry.
Yeah.
Oh, the industry.
And I'm just saying from my experience. So I think that, basically, to sum it all up, I think that we need better content. We need better people to think outside the box. We are putting ourselves in this box, and we are staying in there. People need to open.
And we're getting scoring.
Yeah.
We're getting really...
We need people who genuinely love these franchises to, work on, sequels and
as the future goes on, they're going to make more stuff, and they're going to try to improve even the industry, like everything, movie and TV, video games. They're going to try to improve it the best they can. Yeah, it's not all of it's going to be great, but they're going to all try. And
TV's time because of the internet.
I mean, that's the thing with Star Wars. They got someone, J.J. Abrams, who loves Star Wars. And look how it turned out. It turned out good.
All the original trilogy movies are directed by different people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that he was the most logical explanation. He's still going to have creative liberty. He's not leading it. That's for damn sure. He's just not directing.
Oh, okay.
But he's still going to have contacts in there. He's going to have some sort of an influence. Just like,
George Lucas.
Yeah, and one thing doesn't have any influence anymore.
I mean, he just like George Lucas did with the original trilogy. He worked on it, but he didn't have
one thing that I like is having crossovers of things like DC doing pretty good job. Marvel was I like how Marvel's conducting everything.
Batman versus Predator. I have that comic. You also have Superman versus Predator. Batman versus Alien. Superman versus Alien.
Superman versus Batman.
I have Batman and Superman versus Alien and Predator.
Oh my gosh.
I have that comic. It's crap, but I have it.
Yeah, and crossovers are I'm a nerd and I love them.
That
like crossing over things, and I don't know, that's like DC is not doing a very good job of crossing. They're like, yeah, movie or TV, yeah, they're not the same.
Oh, I'm worried for that movie, Superman. But anyway, we're running out of time.
Yeah, we probably should wrap up. So I think next time we should talk about Deadpool because we're probably going to see it. So we'll probably do this like. This is going to be probably like a month-to-month thing. We'll try to fit it in next time.
Dick was one from mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, this is a great start for our podcast. I think it's going to be really good.
And I need to have you people on my channel as well.
Yeah, I guess we're
sorry.
Yeah, for next year. Yeah.
I like lost.
That was a good discussion. I hope we'll have a good time next time. And yeah, I guess.
Do plugs before we all head out.
Yeah, plugs. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I mean like plugs for our channels that we want to.
Oh yeah. For me, I'm trying to do more, but I just.
Well, just say your channel name if you want to promote it.
Well, I'm Ultimate Spy 53. That's me.
All right. Brendan here. I'm called BigDinoGuy. Just type in BigDinoGuy's channel. BigDinoGuy, all in one word. Look it up.
BigDinoGuy.
I have the Darth Maul logo on it, so just take a look and enjoy.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else?
Anything of you?
No, I don't really have anything on my channel yet.
I'm not on YouTube or anything, but if you guys like reading fan fiction of anime and stuff, then you should look up Alex and I's
great stories.
Alex and I's WattPad account. I actually have a fan fiction going of the people here talking. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's called The Hamburger Wars. It's on WattPad. Wars. The Hamburger Wars. There is no actual
I'm not going to read it. I already did.
Yeah, the next chapter's already been planned. KENSHI_Alex. You should know how to spell Alex if you don't hear me. Well,
I'm always off, so you know.
I might
Alex? No, I would never go I.
Alex. Look me up, read my stories.
Okay.
Look her up, read her stories. Yeah, I'm FanFictionSG, and then the SG is capitalized, and the first F in fanfiction is also capitalized. I think I have a picture of a Jurai Silver Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now.
Really?
So, and then my background picture is Galaxy Eye Tachyon Dragon. I think I'm still in Mecha that you picture now. Yeah, you're still in Mecha.
All right. Well, I guess this is it for episode 1. So we'll see you next time.
All right. Good show.
And thank you for listening to our first podcast. I'm Matt House. All right.
Have a good one.